and welcome to Microtopia, the ant factory building game. The closest I've ever played to this game before is probably going to be Factorio, but I'm sure there's some other things around like it. So this is our Microtopia. It's going to give us things we need to do, which are easy enough. Rotate the camera so it gives us the keys. And this is the land we have with some resources we'll be using. So every ant colony needs a queen. So we're going to place our queen over here. And for those of you familiar with biology, food goes in the mouth, babies come out the bottom. That's exactly how the queen works. Here comes the queen. Just got a few workers on her back. She is a mechanical queen by the looks of it. So complete, and it tells us what we can do. We can instruct workers by clicking on them, and we can let them interact with the environment. Workers can't walk through obstacles, you'll have to draw around them. Okay, fair enough. Use the right mouse button to deselect. Right, so now we need to go and get some scrap, I think it's telling us. And then we're going to need a stockpile for this scrap. So most of the scrap seems to be over here. So I'm going to have a stockpile about there. Good. And then I need to take this ant over here. I have to walk around the scrap pile. And here, drop the scrap off there. Good. Create supply chains using trails. These are pathways that remain after ants have used them. Action flags will automatically appear on trails near objects and buildings. Here the workers will interact with the object, collecting or dropping off materials. By creating loops, the worker will keep performing the same tasks. Okay, so new things here to do, and that is hauling. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a very big trail, which is probably not the most sensible thing to do, but it saves us a bit of time later. These are finite resources we're going here for here. Scrap metal, essentially. Oh wow, we can do a proper trail here. Oh wow, we get all four at once there. We can't. Right. So we have this big trail, and then we're going to end it on itself. So once we stick an ant on here, he will start following that trail, and he will keep on doing it until he dies. The initial ants, they do not die. They're pretty much immortal. They have infinite energy, but we will get to building new ants relatively soon. And yes, they have a finite lifespan like most other things in the world. So this dude's going around. He's already got some scrap iron, so let's just speed it up a little and get him dropping it off. Same with these three. They've already picked up some scrap iron, so yeah, let's just speed it up. We need to get 10 in total. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of micromanagement, save them doing the whole gauntlet. But you kind of want to get to a place where you just forget about it. You let them get on with things and you're not actually controlling it at all. It is automation. That is the way to go. Right. I've just gone for quite a big radius of scrap to make it go faster, really. Right, and then you go back there. You're going to pick some up there. You can go back there. And you're not on a path, are you? Hey, come back. There we go. So click complete. At any time you can press the spacebar to pause the game. Fair enough. So now we need to increase the population, and to do that we need what's called an incubator. So what happens is, in fact, we're going to build 2. Okay, we don't have the scrap for that. So what happens is if we build a trail from the queen's bum to the incubator, We're then going to do it to the next incubator, and then we're going to go back in the queen's bum, so we have a nice little, not quite circle, but a repetitive task for them to be doing. Right, there you go. Before it goes and gets more scrap, we're going to set them on this route, or set this dude on this route. You can click and drag existing trails to freely move them around, and buildings can be rotated in position or moved. Oh right, we can just pick up and move a building. That's quite useful. And buildings can be demolished and we get the materials back. Right, so there's the first egg. This dude's going to go around, pick up the egg and drop it in the incubator. And there we go. And then we should have our first little baby. Don't be afraid to go back and change layouts. Okay, fair enough. And there you go. So this is a baby ant. It has finite energy, and when that goes, it dies, unfortunately. So we need to do a foraging pathway now. So if we set that from the queen's mouth, these little plants here, which is going to take a fair few. So these regenerate. There we go. And we set this baby ant on here. And then we get one of these dudes going as well. One of the infinite life dudes. So we always have food going to the queen there. No food, queen gets hungry, no good. So what we can also do now is we can set a pathway here and then have it link up there. So when a baby's born from this incubator, it will go into the foraging. Okay, the queen needs energy to produce larvae. Feed her the energy pods to fill the energy meter in the top left of the interface. Feed her enough energy and the colony will go up a stage. This will increase the colony's max population. A higher energy tier also means the bar will deplete quicker, so feed her as much energy as you can to sustain a high population. Okay, fair enough. And what we're also going to do is we're going to take this second place here, our second incubator, and when an ant comes out of there, once it finally gets built, they will go and start mining scrap metal. So this dude, he's got a larva in his hand, just waiting to put it in the incubator. There you go, the second one's done now. So he'll be doing that as well. Right, and keep producing more workers. We got a population of 10. Ants can take materials from stockpiles using dispensers. You can easily place them by clicking place dispenser. Yada yada yada. Right, so we now need to build smelter. Or we can build smelters. So what a smelter does is takes the scrap metal. So to do that, we're going to need a dispenser from the metal place. Yep, good. Can we actually place more than one dispenser? We can. Okay. Right, let's get rid of you. So from that dispenser, we need a smelter or two. So if we put one there, and then one there. Good. So what we're going to do is build some trails. So we want a hauling trail from here to here to here to here. And then we're going back round. No, we're not. We're going to a storage first, or a stockpile. So if we put that there, good. And move that there, good. And let's keep the trail going. So that's a circle now. But we do not have enough. Okay, this was put in the wrong place. So let's manually move these ants onto it. And there we go. Let's just keep an eye on that. So all those ants who should have been collecting scrap, they were just standing there wasting energy. I think it's where I built this pathway before this was complete. So it hadn't actually linked up. But anyway, it's linked up now. So what we're also going to want to do, but we can't at the moment, is separate our labour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dude who has infinite energy, and that's my final infinite energy dude done. So what he'll do is he'll continually operate this, and then we will have a chance. Right, we're not going to erase. We will have a chance to decide how we divide our labour in the not too distant future. Let's move this down to there. There you go. Doesn't that look neater? So these flowers, they regenerate after 60 seconds, and there's 3 potential fruits they can have. So it's a constant regeneration process. Although it looks like we're not actually getting enough here, because there are some idle ants there. Or ants that have nothing when they get back to the queen. Still then again, doesn't matter as long as they take it whenever they see it. I think the queen's stuffing her face enough at the moment. Right, so we got 1 smelter going. So this dude, when there's scrap iron, he'll pick that up, he'll take it to the smelter. And then the smelter will make iron blocks. And we need 10 iron blocks. So I think we're going to make this a bit shorter. At least I thought I was going to make it shorter. There you go. We'll make the pathway just a little bit shorter now. Because the initial scrap we had over there, it's actually gone. Let's send this guy to collect this scrap. And there we go. And here's our first dead ant. A small worker ran out of energy. There's no way of filling your new workers with energy, unfortunately. When they die, they die. Alright, this is slightly annoying. We can't see our pathways here. We can delete them, but we can't actually highlight them to move them. I suppose what we could do... There we go. Now we can see it. And if we move it that way, maybe we get some more flowers. Yep, and now we've misangled the camera from where it was. There you go, it's back to normal now. That is one thing in games that particularly irritates me, when you move the camera and then you can't get it back to exactly where it was before. Huzzah, we're starting to store scrap iron now. All our smelters have been built. We don't actually need to change what they do. They can only do one thing, but they're going to start doing it. And so our ant drops off some iron there. And then he waits for it to be smelted, he'll take it out, and then he runs it around and drops it off at the stockpile. So we're just going to manually take a few ants that are coming and, yeah, stop them going on scrap so much. We could possibly take some off food too, but I don't think we really need to. And done. We have 10 iron blocks now. Click complete. Use the iron to build a workshop. Okay, so if we go to production, let's build a workshop. And we're not only going to build one, we are going to build 2. So if we put 1 there, and then we're going to do 1 here as well. Click complete. Good. It's given us the trails we want now. So we have something that's called a divider now. So what we can do is, if we move this over here a bit, we can set up a division of labour. So instead of using this boring old path here, we're going to have 1 divider go over here. We're going to have 1 go over here. And we're going to have our final one come over here. Can we do it over this way? No, we're going to have it over here. Right, fair enough. So what will happen now is an ant will go down here, he'll hit the divider, he'll go down this route, and this arrow will move over to this path. And then they'll just get equally divided, essentially. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a divider here, And then we're going to have the divider going that way as well. So when ants come out of here, one will go over to harvesting, and then one will go over to here and join all this. So the ant over here is next to useless, so we're going to move him there. Oh good, we got it done. So we need to build some screws, and we need to build some iron plates. And to do that, we're going to need this. So let's place a dispenser. Good. So this is going to dispense our iron blocks, and then we're going to have a divider. So one can go over here, and one can go over here. And then we're going to need some storage for them both. So we're going to place a stockpile here. And then a stockpile here. So once the ants have gone over there, we're then going to need them to go to their stockpile. And then we want them to go all the way back to the beginning. And let's do it this way. There we go. And then they'll start again. And let's do the same for this dude. And that can just latch onto that path. And we are going to want some ants that are now starting to gather there to come and do this. So we'll see the divider work. One should go this way and one's going to go that way. Then it will just keep on switching between the two. And then we're going to get our screws made and our iron plates made eventually. So what we also want, notice these guys are all queuing up for the same building. So we want a divider for that, and for that. So now they're going to split between the 3 smelters. And then that'll increase production and no end. Right, so the iron patch has disappeared there, so we can actually significantly reduce this. And let's get you back on the path. The iron patch has gone here as well. So let's just bring this in. And that's going to reduce the pathway. So each of these holds about 26, 25 upwards. Up to about 30, I think it is, I've seen. And then once they're all gone, they are gone. You can actually mine these resources later, but that's something that's not included in this demo. Right, so we've not got any iron plates. Why haven't we got any iron plates? So screw needs 1 steel block, whereas an iron plate needs 4. Okay, so it takes longer to build. How many have we got? 3. So what you could do, you could set like 4 dividers going off to this direction and have them doing here, and then just have 1 over there, and then you can kind of change how much or how many materials you're making in each really that way, and how resources get allocated. Right, still got loads of food coming in, so we can have a maximum population of 150 workers. I think food is continuous going in the Queen. We could be a bit faster. It's almost that you'd want kind of just 1 of these for food production, really. Oop, I just hit something. What did I hit? I hit a number. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't do anything. Okay. So when you click on something, the pathways, you can choose the numbers. That's exciting, isn't it? No, not really. Anyway, right, if we click complete. So next, you can upgrade workers, enhance their lifespan and capabilities, build a combiner. So this is the combiner. And what this does is it takes 2 baby ants. Right. So let's go trails. Takes 2 baby ants and it makes them into a big ant. So once... Can we erase this while he's still on the path? We can. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a divider from here to there and there. There we go. And what that will do, that'll make a big ant. So 2 small ants into 1 big ant, and then we can join this path again, and then we'll have big ants coming out now. And they should live longer and work harder and do whatever. Right, why are you just standing there? You go and join there. There you go. Yep, and that's all automated now. Brilliant. Bit complete. Keep producing until you've created 5 regular workers. So if we click on these dudes, they have probably a higher energy bar. Let's click on the small dude. Don't know. I've not actually sat here and watched it for 10 minutes. I'm sure somebody will do at some point once this game reaches full release. But yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. And then you can work out which is best, which is most efficient, and what would be better suited for what task, really. I am slightly worried that we're going to run out of metal, but I think we'll be okay for this demo. We got plenty to keep getting. Okay, so our scrap metal. We're not making enough scrap metal here, quite simply. So not all our guys are working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another divider and have this one go here. So we should get twice as many going to collecting scrap metal as we do to other places. Right, if we click complete, you can combine regular workers once again to create Inventor Ants. Okay, fair enough. So we need to build an Inventor Ant, and we do that in a combiner. So let's build another combiner. And this is going to be regular ants. Where should we do it, actually? Let's do it over here. There you go. Good. That was built relatively quickly, so we're going to have even more division going on here. And we've got that. And we're going to change this to combine to an inventor. So once we get 2 big ants in there, they'll make an inventor. In fact, we can cheat. Right, this guy has got the infinity symbol on his energy, so he's going to live forever. Whereas this dude, yeah, he's going to die at some point. Let's send him in there. Good. The other one's just gone in there. Here, go in here. And then, boosh, we're going to get an inventor. Which isn't a quick process by the looks of it. Behold, the Inventor Ant. So that's this dude. Yeah, interesting. Right, so if we click complete, Inventor Ants can unlock new buildings and recipes. To do so, they need to be fed by other ants. This can be done using an Inventor Pad. So if we click Inventor Pad and we build it here, and we send this guy in, and let's set a trail. So when Inventor Ants come out, they go straight in here. Now we need food. This is where I have possibly ballsed up a little. So what I'm going to do is get a storage down, a stockpile. I'm then going to have a dispenser. In fact, I'll do it from there so it's actually linked. And this will be for food. Good. And then we need to do the trail. So we're going to take the food from there. Going to go around there, drop it off. And then we need to go back and complete the cycle. There you go, done. But we also need to get some food. So let's do a foraging pathway. Let's do these 3, these. There you go. Okay. So we need more dividers coming off. one to actually go and get that, and one to actually feed this dude. It's getting a bit line heavy at the moment. It's alright though. There we go. Right, you go and start collecting food. I think our pathways are slightly off that. There we go, that should do it. Right, so this dude's got some food. He's gonna go and drop it off there, and then he should continue. No, he's not continuing because I've done something wrong. So we're gonna erase this and erase this, and then set up more foraging. There we go, that's better. Now it should be automated. Yep, good. So what will happen is things will start getting backed up. So where there's a queue of Inventor Ants waiting here, or one Inventor Ant, then when ants try and go in there, it will get backed up, and then ants will go other ways, I suppose, on the divider. I think the divider will skip it, I don't know, I've not actually tried that. Okay, we probably want another incubator. And what we're going to do is get this trail going to here, and back to here, and then we're going to erase this middle path. Good. And we're also going to erase this as well. And then we can have... Okay, it's not built yet. Once it is built, we can have that going in there as well. And then we're just going to have one lot of small ants going to make the food. Shit. Right. And that'll be continuous. Their only job will be to make food that... Oh, we got someone feeding. Oh, good. An ant's been born and it's coming over this way. I think maybe we want to do some small ants, so... Or do we? I don't know. The big ants live for longer. Yeah, maybe we just want it to go over there. I don't think we can set the path down until this incubator's built, though. There you go. Now we can do the path. And we're just going to get it to go over there. Good. And then that'll improve the output of the combiner. In theory, it should. I think we should get more food from the queen now as well. Because there'll be more ants going around harvesting the flowers. So it looks like that third incubator... It looks like that third incubator's not actually getting much. The other two incubators are kind of done. You almost need another queen, really, to get that going. Yeah, because by the time it's gone around again, we move this into there, speed things up a little. In fact, we could speed it up even more if we do that. There you go, make it streamlined, make it svelte. Still not using the third incubator. I feel cheated on my purchase here. Ooh, nope. Almost. How about now? Nope, looks like 2 incubators kind of the max. Then again, if we start producing more food for the queen, because I don't know if you've noticed, but we're on stage 5 now, our population's gone up to 150 max. So we are making more food for the queen. Anyway, regardless, our Inventor Ant is done here, and we have a nice queue of more inventors ready to go. So what I can do is click complete, click the Inventor Ant to complete its duty. Boom, Inventor Ant dies. There we go. And evaporates into nothingness. Click complete. So we now need to build a radar tower to make contact. So what's happened on our tech tree, we've unlocked radar technology. We didn't even select it. I don't know if it's going to be like that on the main game. And then we can build this radar tower. If we have enough resources, we're missing some food. And that's it really. That should be quite a quick one. We have ants going around here. Placing the food in storage. And there you go, our radar tower's complete, and we now need to make contact. So click on the radar tower, make contact, and there you go, it's going to start doing something. Make contact with who? I don't know. Oh, another colony. Fair enough. And then what we have is loads of these things flying around. No idea what they are. Doesn't say, it's not going to tell us. Suppose you need to play the full game for that. Maybe worth getting a fly swat instead. Ugh, God, I hate it when the ants come out at the same time and you have to keep all the doors and windows closed in case they nest in your house. Oh well. So we're going to make contact in 1. I have no idea what this time progression is. I suppose it's seconds. No, it can't be seconds. So it's going up 0.8. There'd only be 0.6 in a minute, if that 1 meant a minute. But anyway, regardless, we're almost at 1, whatever time measurement it is, and we click complete, and we get this. This is the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. So if we go to the tech tree here, there's loads of different things we can build. We can move up. So looks like electronics, swarming, whatever that is, recycling, concrete, agriculture, ballistics. Okay, so maybe there'll be some kind of battle going on. Who knows? Beacons. Then we have more research such as grinding, gold, acid, bioplastics, ecology, bloody blah. And then at the top we have royalty, which leads to reproduction. And I assume reproduction means we can either leave the map or we can build more queens. Anyway, that is it. That is the game done. We go back to the main menu. So Microtopia, it's a demo at the moment. I'll put the link in the description. You can play it yourselves, free on Steam. And the full release will be soon, hopefully. I think it said 2024. As and when it comes out, I don't know. And there's no indication as to cost. But yeah, it looks quite good. From the little demo I've just played, it looks like you can build big colonies and manage them. So yeah, maybe fun. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's appreciated. Please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back again soon with something different. Bye bye.